If the 1% was basically going to get control, it had to rebrand itself as the supporters of the other 99%. They are planning to transform human society. They want to transform it into what you would think of now as a sci-fi movie. They're openly talking about it. They're talking about 2030 and at that period, a year that comes up in relation to many different things. And the idea is to connect the human brain to AI so that, and I'm summarizing here what they're openly saying, and they're openly saying it because they can't hide it anymore. You know, there comes a point where you are under the radar, but when you actually want to introduce it, you can't hide it anymore. So you have to sales pitch it. So you go from hiding it and developing it to selling it. So what they're selling it on is connect your brain to AI and you'll become superhuman. You'll become like the gods. No, you'll become subhuman, not superhuman. You'll become post-human. That's the idea. And people like Ray Kurzweil at Google openly saying that once the AI is connected to your brain, AI will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking as we know it now is negligible and basically disappears. At that point, the human mind will be the AI mind. Up to this point, they've had to manipulate perception to dictate behavior. Their end game is to not even have to manipulate perception, but to become the perception via AI. And that's the point where you become the hive mind, where individuality is deleted. And that's where this is going with the mask, taking away individuality on the what I call the totalitarian tiptoe to that end.
Take me to 2022, August, 2 years from now, and let's assume, God forbid, that we've acquiesced every single step of the way. What does this world look like?
If you take China today and multiply it 2 or 3 times, that's where we'll be. The brain processes information electrically and electromagnetically. It communicates with the rest of the body electrically and electromagnetically. By 2022, impact on the human environment will be vastly more than it is now. The body is an antenna. It's, the whole foundation of the body is a waveform information field from which the body we see is a projection. So any electromagnetic frequencies that adversely impact on the wave electromagnetic frequency balance of the body field is going to have psychological and what we call physical effects. Got to. The brain processes information not only electromagnetically, but within a certain frequency band. And if you can access that frequency band with externally generated frequencies, it's been well known. It's been done by governments like the Russian government, etc. Way back in the 50s, it was going on. If you can get your frequency right, you can plant thoughts and perceptions in the minds of people, which they will then experience as their own thoughts and their own decisions, but actually externally being put in. So the more you build this grid of frequency, this sub-reality, and by 2022 it will be some way advanced from what it is now, your potential to control the human mind will be greatly advanced even from what it is now, where you have so much control that there won't even be any resistance, because you won't even manifest the thought to resist or the thought to say no, because you're not in control of your mind anymore. This is the progression towards complete AI control of the human mind. We are literally at the cusp between what remains of human freedom and the end, completely the end of human freedom, even the ability to think what you choose to think. So we're in a period now up to 2030, and I'm being very optimistic with 2030. where we are going to decide the future of the human race, even the existence of the human race as we've known it. That's where we are. Why do they target the young? And now why are they targeting the very young? Because they have a time scale, they have a script, they have a sequence of events. And when they want to complete this transformation in the way I've described to this completely unrecognizable sci-fi world, the young today will be in adulthood or entering adulthood. And so they need those kids today so perceptually programmed that they will submit to anything when the time comes to complete the end game.
In all of your 30 years studying this, did you ever expect such an accelerated period like we've seen in 2020?
It has happened very, very quickly in 2020, but what's the outcome of it? The outcome of it is no surprise to me at all. I was writing about the basic themes of this in the mid-1990s, so it's no surprise what's happening to me at all. Bit surprised in the speed of it, and the speed of it has come from the speed of acquiescence. I'm sure even the cult have been surprised at the speed of acquiescence. Where they want to go, I've known about that for a very, very long time. I've been trying to get across, taking it out of this hidden into the public arena. And of course they've been laughed at and been ridiculed and been dismissed. And this is why I said a long time ago, it's got to get really bad before we can turn this around, because only then will people realize that actually this is not some theory, this is fact, and this is real, and this is happening. There's such a chasm between what's going on and what most people think is going on. That chasm is a big gap to jump. And it really can only be jumped. It can only be seen by things becoming so bad that actually you can't deny it anymore. And that's what's happened to a lot of people in the last few months, which is why so many more people are looking at this information and starting to do their own research, which is brilliant.